Okay folks, tonight Mike and I are making our famous cauliflower crust cheese pizza. I got some mushroom sauteing here in one pan, and then in this other pan I've got the riced cauliflower that I grated on my food processor. Now cauliflower is a very watery vegetable, so you can do one of two things. You can cook it up and then squeeze it in some clean dish towels and squeeze the water out, or you can do like I'm doing and put it over medium-low heat in a non-stick skillet and just gently let it evaporate. You just slowly cook it, and eventually you'll see the steam die down and the sizzling stops, and the cauliflower is ready to go. So this is going to take a few minutes, so I'm going to stop here with this and then pick up at the next step. And we're adding some mushrooms. I think I already pointed that out. Love mushrooms. All right, folks, see you in a bit. So the cauliflower is all set. Got to let it cool down for a minute. So I got it here in the bowl. It's got to cool. I'm going to add 2 eggs, 2 cups of mozzarella, and a little bit of Parmesan cheese for a little extra flavor. Now at this point, you could season up with some garlic powder or garlic salt or some granulated garlic, whatever you have. Some Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, whatever you like. But just the cheese alone gives it some nice flavor, and the toppings will give it some nice flavor. But if in the meantime, if you're looking for something to snack on, these Quest chips are unbelievable. Totally delicious. Give them a try. All right, see you in a few. So we're back. The cauliflower's all been mixed. I got the cauliflower, the eggs, and the 2 cheeses, the 2 cups of mozzarella, and about a 1/4 cup of Parmesan. So now it's to shape it. So you want to spread it out, not too thin because you don't want it to break through. You can go for a traditional round shape, or you can just do a rectangle like I'm doing, which is actually what I prefer. And then I just leave a little bit on the edges to give it a little bit of a pizza wall. And you're going to have to use your hands. You know, your hands are God's tools. That's what he gave you. So you don't want it to get too thin, like I said. You don't want any of these holes. So pat it out until you get it nice and thin, not too thin. And then it goes in the oven. You got to preheat your oven to about 400 degrees, which I got preheating. And this looks pretty good. So I also want you to remember, this is the same dough or mixture that I use to make sandwich wraps. But instead of having it like this, I shape it out into small 6 or 8 inch rounds, almost like a, you know, like a pita bread. And it is delicious with sandwiches. This is absolutely delicious. And you can season it however way you want. Tonight I'd add a little bit of salt, some seasoned salt rather, and a little bit of onion powder. And there we have it. This is ready for the oven. So next it's going to go in the oven at 400 degrees for about 13 minutes. So when it's done, I'll show you what it looks like. See you soon. What I didn't see was the first time it came out of the oven when the crust was all ready, and I lay it on the spaghetti sauce, the pasta sauce, and then the shredded cheese and the mushrooms and a little bit of Italian seasoning for flavor. So it's all done. As you can see, it's a really cheesy thing. Absolutely delicious.
Smells delicious.
Let me cut it up for you so you can see what it's like. I'm not going to taste it for you because it's very hot. But the first time it cooked, it took about 16 minutes in the oven. Then after you put the toppings on, it went back in for about another 6 or 7 minutes, and that's about it. And it's cooked. So here it is. Let me get a plate.
Very, very good pizza sauce, by the way. For $1.50 a can. Great deal.
And there we have it. It's absolutely delicious. Wonderful pizza. It tastes wonderful. You won't be sorry. And you got to remember, it's chock full of protein, no flour, very low carb, and it's very nutritious, especially if you're following a low carb diet. So I hope you give it a chance. Give it a shot. I think you'd like it. All right, folks, have a good night. Bye.